Brothers and sisters, here we stand at the grave of one of the more popular gacha games in at least that I know of. I know that it's still pretty popular, but Princess Connect Redive, the English version, the worldwide version, is shutting down, courtesy of Crunchyroll Games. Now they picked it up and provided it to us about 2 and a bit years ago. And the reason I'm even making a video about this game is because I have been playing it daily since I first pre-registered for the game. So I've been there since day one. And it was a really fun game. It had a lot of great characters. I thought for sure it was still popular, and yet for some reason it was still shut down. I don't know if it was. I'm sure it was making cash money, but like, was it making enough cash money? Is what I'm wondering right now, and so it's just really sad to see. Having invested like 2 and a bit a little bit of every day for 2.5 years. In fact, I'm pretty sure the game started in April, so I don't know why they say 2.5 years when I feel like it's only really been 2 years. No, maybe it was 2 years in January because they did the second year anniversary around the first week of Feb. Anyway, that all aside, it's unfortunate. It sucks. Again, I'm affected because I've been part of the community since the beginning. And while I haven't made videos talking about it, it still sucks that it, was announced to be shutting down. But I'll just kind of read the actual, the tweet that was sent out. I didn't even see this through the tweet. I saw it through the in-game announcement on the 1st of April, which was the 31st of March for most of the other parts of the world. But in short, it says, "Thank you, Knights, for your amazing support during our adventure in Randosoru." I'm going to say what the Japanese pronunciation is. Today we must share that Princess Connect Redive will come to an end on April 30th, 2023, UTC. We're incredibly grateful to our loyal fans for all the bonds we've made along the way during our adventure together. Once again, from everyone involved, thank you for your support of Princess Connect Redive. Now, as much as this sucks, like, I've been in the English version since like the very beginning, and so, a part of me died a little bit inside, being like, well, this really sucks. So immediately I just jumped to the Japanese version, and I'm still kind of playing the English version until it shuts down. One thing I didn't realize, and it's mentioned in this article here, apparently that like there was a lot of so it's been vaulted technically, but also that it turns out that Crunchyroll was not doing particularly well with managing the actual patches being released for the global version and everything in between. And keeping in mind that the game has been around since 2018 in Japan and is still going strong and likely isn't going to be shutting down anytime soon, at least. That's the general consensus because Cygames does a really good job with handling a lot of mobile games. So yeah, and honestly, after playing the Japanese version for about a good day or so, like I can already see how it's so much better because there's a lot more conveniences that I kind of wish were in the English version. Being able to easily swap from, like, say if you were to do, so there's this thing called the grotto, which you can do 4 times a day. 2 times for XP potions and 2 times for mana. So XP potions are used to level up your characters, and mana is used as currency for like 90% of upgrades in the game. And it gives you a decent amount of those, but you are limited in how many times you can go through the grotto and all of that sort of stuff. So, so you're limited. So you get a good amount of treasure from both runs, but being able to immediately go from after doing the potion runs to doing your mana runs, or there's actually a feature that I just turned on the Japanese version right now, which was, as I'm recording this, because I'm still kind of playing through it as I speak, but there's this feature whereby you could start you know, like you've got the events, and the events event quests usually are 1 to 115. So there's 15 quests in total, um, and they start from the beginning and work their way through, and it kind of just automatically goes from one to the next to the next to the next, given that you put the auto settings on correctly. Um, like there are lots of convenient things like that where you can let the game kind of play with itself until it gets you to the end of where you want to be, and then you can just start to pick up the pieces from there. Um, yeah, it's unfortunate. It sucks. The Japanese version has been obviously in development for much longer, and in fact is going to be, I think it might, is about to, or has already celebrated its 5th anniversary. I haven't actually looked that up. But yeah, so it's had, you know, multiple collaborations and things like that. So it's unfortunate. Shutting down on April 30th, 2023. Global service will end. Hopefully the Japanese version stays up, because it'll be cool for it to. And yeah, so if you want to consider continually playing, but don't mind starting from absolutely nothing, then I do recommend getting the Japanese version, and the easiest way to do that is to get a VPN, activate the VPN, create a Google account while the VPN is active so that it automatically registers your account as a Japanese account, and then from there you can easily download a plethora of anime-themed games that aren't available in other regions. Though, before you do activate the VPN, be sure to close everything that you have open, because you don't want Google to figure out that you're in another country as you're creating that Google account. Also, just, you know, maybe keep the password and like username in like a password vault, or write it down, keep it as a notepad that you can back up to like a cloud service or something, so you don't lose access to that Google account, so you can keep your progress as you're going. And of course, I have attached it to my progress has been attached to my Google account, so it's my Japanese Google account that it's attached to, so I definitely don't want to lose that. So if nothing else, and if you've been playing the game for as long as I have, you can see a lot of different conveniences. And if you understand Japanese, like myself to some extent, honestly, I'm thinking, why did I not dive into the pun was unintended. Dive into the Japanese version? God knows. But yeah, if nothing else, there's my suggestion to you. If you know Japanese, I highly recommend doing that. If you don't know Japanese, probably less so, but if you still want to keep playing, the suggestion is out there, so feel free to give that a shot. But yeah, this is kind of just more of a PSA, just to say, you know, even though we've lost another game here in the West, it isn't completely lost as long as the Japanese version continues to exist. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Man, it's sad. It's sad. It sucks. Oh, I think, is my run done? Yes, it is. Now I'll just go to the next quest, huh? Well, anyway. Oh, I'm still recording. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time.